Hi, I'm Amy, a computer toucher / pervert.
And I'm Beth, a wide enjoyer.
Wow. And this is Shitpost-moidum.
A podcast where we overthink stupid ideas.
Post-moidums for shitpost.
Also, we might trick you into learning about the Yaoi merger.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was hoping you would say that.
Well, we really set up for it.
We did. All right. No, I gotta
Play the theme.
All right, our first idea, putting a Prop 65 warning on our podcast.
So if you're not from California, there's a chance you might not know what this is, although other people in other parts of the western US might see it because they probably put it on stuff that's sold throughout the region.
Yeah,
because it might be sold in California. Anyway, basically, Prop 65, California has a proposition system where people can submit propositions, and then basically there's some direct democracy where people just vote yes or no on the
I'm going to
propositions.
submit a proposition that's give Amy $1 billion.
Wow.
I'm submitting it.
Amy, I hate to say it, I don't think it's going to...
It's not going to get enough...
Well, you have to explain where the money's coming from at the very least. People
Yeah.
don't, or people are going to be like, they better not tax me.
Well, no. We're going to raise taxes on bill.
Oh.
We're going to take the money from that, and we're going to give it E,
Oh. Well...
I think that's good policy.
You know what? I'd vote for it. Anyway, yeah, so a downside of the system is that sometimes the propositions that sound good on paper turn out to have implementational issues that only become apparent once they've been voted in.
Yeah, like Prop 65 was well-intentioned, but I think it's pretty easy to say that ultimately has a lot of issues.
Basically, the issue is that so people are like, okay, this sounds reasonable. We're going to have it so that if a product or a building
Might
or
cause
whatever
cancer.
has like a provable cancer risk associated with it, we want people to put a Prop 65 warning.
Yeah.
And that sounds reasonable. The problem is that they said a provable risk, which means the risk can be, it increases your chance of getting some kind of cancer by 0.000000001%, because they're actually only looking at the statistical significance.
Right, not the effect size.
Yes.
Right.
So what it means is that fucking everything has a Prop 65 warning on it.
True. Like you'll just go in a building and they'll have a Prop 65 warning on the building.
You'll buy some kind of like shrimp chips and it'll have or like a canned Japanese beverage and I'm very Daiso coded anyway, and it'll have like Prop 65 warnings. There's just all kinds of random things, like random plastics, anything that could have like heavy metals in it due to seafood or rice, or
lots of things.
Or like a building I used to live in. There's so many things that I think, to the extent it failed, it's kind of a boy who cried wolf issue, where I think most Californians just mentally filter out Prop 65 warnings now because they're like, it's probably fine. Most of the time I've ignored this and it doesn't cause any issues.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of just ignore it. I'm like, that's whatever. Okay, so the requirements apply to what would present a 1 in 100,000 risk of cancer.
Assuming lifetime exposure. So basically that's, they have to put this on bacon, for example, because liquid smoke is carcinogenic.
Yeah. It's definitely...
the law, Wikipedia says the law has been criticized for over-warning or meaningless warnings.
Yep.
There is no penalty for posting an unnecessary warning sign, but there could be a penalty for not posting a sign.
Right, so you just put up a sign.
So if you're a building owner and you're like, there might be something, like there might be lead or asbestos or something.
Yeah.
I've just got to put up a sign to be safe.
Oh yeah, I'm always saying, gasoline just doesn't taste without the... You know what else? It just doesn't taste the same without the lead.
Wow, so true.
Uh-huh. I'm always saying things that are so true. I don't know if you've heard about this.
No, I have.
Oh, you have?
In fact, I would have to say, fact check.
That's true?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Yeah, so we made a little video with an image saying fact check that's true. I'll try to post a link to that. I think it's pretty good. We were actually trying to put it on the soundboard on our pod track, but no luck so far. I don't know. I'm having some sort of mystery issue.
Yeah, not sure why.
Maybe next episode we'll have that ready to go. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
All right, Beth, you want to go into this next idea?
Yeah, so this is an idea kind of inspired by our guest hosts. Basically, Lily has not really contributed that many ideas because she's currently employed and her job is like stressing her out. It takes up a lot of her mental energy. And in contrast, Ash is currently unemployed and therefore has a lot of time and energy to put towards coming up with dumb ideas for this podcast. So my idea was like basically RPG where there's an unemployment stat or attribute or something associated with a character that's a number.
Yeah.
And if it's higher, it helps you on certain roles.
Like what?
Okay, I think like high effort shit posting, for example.
Yeah, Beth. Okay, here's a question. Do you have a high unemployment stat?
I mean, currently, I have I would say moderately high.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean, I think the unemployment stat goes up the longer you're unemployed.
I see,
I've been unemployed since like December. So
That's not that
it's
long.
not that long.
Couple months, few months. Yeah.
I feel like it starts to you really enter peak unemployment maybe like 9 months to a year of being unemployed.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah. I could see
It's at the point where you literally kind of want work to do because you're bored.
You're right. You're so bored that you're like, God, I want something.
Yeah. And that's some of your unemployed energy might go towards, writing something or creative pursuits.
Video games.
Or playing video games, yes. That's also possible.
Yep. Music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of music, I've been fucking around with my synth more. ASM Hydrosynth. I've been enjoying that. It's a fun time.
We also had some friends come over and did a little synth swapping.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I have now also tried
a cat,
a
micro freak,
and a micro freak.
Which, let's be real, micro freak, good name.
I fucking love how they name synths. The Arturia micro freak.
Yeah, is that a Star Wars guy? No, that's a synth. Oh, okay.
Arturia, isn't that guy in Dark Souls?
Mm-hmm. I think so. That sounds right. Yeah.
I think he's in the Void. That sounds right.
Wow.
And do you remember which company made the cat? Moog or Behringer or something?
I think it's Behringer.
I think it's Behringer.
Moog? Like from Elden Ring? Like from Elden Ring. Yeah.
No, it's... Oh, yes, for anyone that doesn't know, there's a major synthesizer brand. They also make, like, theremins and stuff. We have a
we have one.
But it's spelled Moog, which everyone initially thinks is Moog, but no, it's pronounced Moog with a long O, I guess.
I will say Moog, kind of funner to say if we're being honest. Pretty fun to say.
Hello, I'm a cow. I'm a cow who likes synthesizers. Moog. No, I can do a better moo. Sorry, let me try again.
Yeah, that was, you know what? That was better.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you can really see it.
Yeah,
where the moo's in the recording. That's funny.
That's fun. All right, you want to read this next one?
Okay, this is a bad idea. Basically, I was thinking about the etymology of some of the terms related to people who are married, let's say.
Spouses?
Yeah. So the word spouse, I didn't look this up, but I think it has to be related to, for example, Spanish esposa, which, mean wife. Or I think esposas can mean handcuffs.
Haha, the old ball and chain. Am I right? Am I right?
Anyway, but basically wife is from Old English weef, which that's before the great vowel shift where the long vowels got moved up and the high ones diphthongized, so written as like a long I sound became I. Anyway, that used to, in some contexts, just to mean like woman. And then, husband used to be basically house bond.
What did that mean?
Okay, so bond had a variety of meanings, but in some cases it meant basically like a servant or an indentured servant or a slave or something like that. But yeah, it was like husband.
I see.
And so I was thinking, because husband kind of came from house bond. You know what rhymes with house? Spouse.
Oh, spouse.
So if for some reason you wanted a new gender-neutral term that's kind of like husband, but for some reason you didn't want to say spouse, but you kind of wanted to say spouse, my cool new word that's definitely useful is spusband.
Oh, spusband.
Like spouse bond.
My beloved spusband.
Yeah.
I do have a beloved spusband.
Yeah, your boy wife.
My boy wife. I often say boy wife. Yes,
it's true. The two of them say boy wife a lot. It's because Amy's like the breadwinner, I guess. And then
I'm getting that bread.
Boy wife Link stays home,
cooks,
and does a lot of cooking. Also does a lot. Has been doing the dishes a lot, which we appreciate.
Which I do appreciate because I do kind of hate doing the dishes. So I do honestly appreciate it.
Although to be clear, like there's other chores that Amy and I do more.
Oh yeah.
Like the laundry or basically any household DIY type stuff.
Yeah, we can do simple DIY tasks around the house if that's attractive to you.
Yeah, we own a comically large pipe wrench.
That you own what's the thing that spins called? The tool, you hold it, it's electrical.
Do you mean the cleaner or the Dremel?
Oh, the Dremel, that's what I meant.
It was weird how ambiguous that was, though.
Oh, actually, we should mention, we got this cleaning device where it has a long handle, and then it has a bit on the end that goes spin, and it has different, like, brush heads you can put on the spinning bit.
There's an abrasive one. There's a sponge.
There's
sort of a mop-like one.
Yeah. It works pretty well, actually. I'm pretty happy with it.
We first got it right after I had been playing a bunch of Power Wash Simulator 2. And
true.
I was like, oh my god, it's like Power Wash Simulator in real life. Because there's like a spinning surface cleaning tool in that game. Like for flat surfaces.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that much like Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah, no, when I said it was similar, I didn't like it.
Really similar.
Like the
Actually
specific.
similar.
There's like a long-handled telescoping cleaning tool that's like a flat round disc that spins against flat surfaces to clean them. It's very similar.
Okay, yeah, it's actually Power Wash Simulator too. I understand. Anyway, Beth, kind of a Power Wash Simulator sicko.
Sometimes I want a game that sort of occupies my attention, but also doesn't really require me to use my brain in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I understand.
For like relaxation purposes. Like I'm playing the game while also watching YouTube or something on the TV, and then playing it on the Steam Deck or something. So it's good for that. Although, yeah, I did basically play through all the main game content, and they have
get
DLC, but
you're not gonna get it.
I know the first game they had a really strange assortment
Spongebob?
of DLC. Yeah, they had Spongebob, and then also they had Final Fantasy VII.
What a combo.
What a crossover.
That's
Top 10
something.
anime crossovers. I
That's
realized
true.
neither Final Fantasy VII or SpongeBob are technically anime, but close. They're also both, close enough. Right?
Which one is more anime?
I mean, Final Fantasy VII, right?
Yeah. Okay.
They got the spiky hair and stuff. Like they have
That's
anime
true.
style character
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
Oh, well, now I'm wondering about. I mean, I'm sure
SpongeBob
people
anime?
have done. I'm sure there's lots of fan art or whatever of this, but SpongeBob, Anime Boy.
Yeah. There's gotta be. There's no way there's not. You know the internet would love to draw stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Well, okay, SpongeBob, he's the bottom. He's like a short blonde boy. And then you have like Squidward is like the mean top. It's Yaoi.
Yeah. Okay.
SpongeBob
Yaoi.
toxic Yaoi.
SpongeBob toxic Yaoi.
I guess Patrick can be in there too. Maybe Patrick's like, maybe there's a love triangle or
Yeah.
something. And Patrick's like also a stupid old boy, but he's like not like an actual child. I mean, just like the vibes is like someone in their early 20s who's kind of dumb and innocent. Which is how I interpret SpongeBob.
Sure,
I mean,
yeah.
he has like a day job. He wears a tie.
I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, Patrick kind of comes off as someone's stoner friend in their 20s who is
Yeah.
unemployed and just watches TV or plays like a racing game
That's
all day
kinda
or something.
fair. That's
He's
kinda
just
fair.
baked constantly and kind
Yeah.
of stupid as a result. That's my human Patrick headcanon that I just came up with on the
Okay,
spot.
no, fair. Honestly, fair. I get it. All right, I'm going to read this next idea. Okay, so it's a parking machine that lets you gamble. Everyone loves gambling, right?
Everyone's doing it.
It's the modern era. Okay, so if you have a car and you have to park it in like a busy downtown area or whatever, do street parking, you might have to go pay a machine.
Also, some of those machines take bizarrely long to process a
Yeah,
credit
it's
card
true.
transaction.
You're just sitting there waiting for an approval. I don't know why they're so slow. If you know, I actually am
Every
kinda
other
curious.
credit card reader is like 4 or 5 times faster, I swear to God.
No, you're literally sitting there for like 30 seconds being like, I'm gonna get approved. And, it'll be charging like $2. It's definitely not related to the amount that's getting charged. Right, so the idea is a parking machine. So normally with a parking machine, you put in an amount of time, right? You're like, okay, I'm gonna put this in for an hour. You're gonna charge me $2 or whatever. The idea is it's gambling. So you just put in a fixed amount of money, let's say like $1, and then it gives you a random amount of time. Maybe it'll be half an hour. Maybe it'll be like 5 hours. Maybe you got lucky.
Maybe if you're really generous, you can leave after an hour and give the ticket with 4 hours left on it to someone else to display in their windshield.
That's true. Yeah, we have a lot of that kind of parking machine around here where it prints out a little paper ticket and you have to go put it on your car's like dashboard.
Although there's also a few where you have to put in your license plate.
Yeah,
into the
the
machine.
city we live in has been experimenting with those.
And in
now.
that case, obviously, you can't really hand it off to someone else.
Well, and I feel like that might be one reason they're doing it.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
they
means
make more money.
They make money off of bonus time in a way that they might
Yeah.
not have before.
Yeah, you can't like share your bonus time. I will say a benefit of the new machines that do that, you can pay with your phone, which is kind of nice.
Just hold your
The tap to pay.
hold your phone near.
I kind of like the tap to pay, to be honest.
Oh yeah, there's kind of a half-baked Tumblr post opinion post going
Oh, yeah.
around where someone is like convenience is
It's
bad,
basically.
and I agree in lots of cases that's true, but
Well,
there-
there's trade-offs for convenience.
yeah, or
right?
at least
that's
there's
true.
definitely downsides to convenience for sure, but like one of their cited examples that where basically everyone in the Discord was like,
Nah.
I don't really agree. It's like, oh, it's bad that you can have your credit card in a phone wallet and then you can tap to pay with your phone.
It's like, no, I think that's good.
Is
actually.
that how? Why do you think that's bad?
Well, and they
I
kind
don't
of
know.
asserted it was less secure, and then people who know about security more
Were
than
like,
this
it's
random
more
person
secure.
Are like, actually, it's probably more secure if you know the details. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
I
what?
mean,
I believe it.
regular credit cards are really not that secure.
Yeah, it's because
you know,
like if you do the tap to pay, you can actually generate a new virtual credit card every time if you want. And that's pretty secure, like a single-use credit card. That's pretty good, actually. Also, my purse tends to be a little bit disorganized. I won't deny. But
think
I
that's
basically
common.
always know where my phone is, so
Yeah.
it's kind of nice.
The things in my purse where I try, like, there's a bunch of shit in my purse where I feel like I can't find a glasses cloth or something. It's not really the end of the world.
Yeah.
But I definitely try to keep track of,
Credit card,
my
keys,
wallet and keys.
phone.
And phone.
Yeah, the important
The things
ones.
that these days you like, before leaving the house, you're probably like, let me see, do I have all three? Wallet, keys, phone.
Oh yeah, another thing that's kind of nice. You can pay for public transit with our phones now. That's kind of nice.
Well, it's nice for me because my Clipper card isn't my physical one. Something went wrong, so I can't actually put more money on it anymore.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Do you think it was related to a job or something?
Maybe. I honestly don't remember which. I've had multiple identical Clipper cards because they mostly just have the one kind. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't remember which one this actually is.
One of them doesn't work.
The one I have in my wallet. I should probably take it out of there, I guess.
Yeah, but you can get a Clipper card on your phone in your Google or Apple wallet. So that's kind of nice. I actually use that a lot.
It works pretty well, yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't take public transit that much because
You can also you can buy like a ticket in an app on your phone and tap your phone for that, but it's more annoying.
Oh, you can? I've never tried that.
Well, the thing is you have to buy it for a specific.
Oh, okay.
It actually expires after a certain number of hours.
Ah, that's kind of a different vibe then.
Yeah.
I
So,
see.
or basically you can buy either a day pass or a single bus ride ticket.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think I've ever actually done that.
Yeah. What the problem sometimes is I've done it and then I've realized like, oh, the bus isn't coming in time. I have to just take a lift or something. So then I just wasted money, which is a little frustrating.
I see. All right, let's go on to this next stage. Yeah. So this was inspired by reality, I guess. So it's a bed that's a square, and you may say, Amy, why is the bed a square? What is the point? All right. So the other day I was putting some like fitted sheets on a bed. The bed, let me tell you, it was not a square, and I tried to.
What aspect ratio are beds actually? I don't actually know.
No, that's actually a good question. And then I tried to put it on rotated 90 degrees of how it's supposed to be. So like the long side was on the short side.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh man, I fucked it up. And then I had to basically restart. So the idea is square bed.
Okay, I will say these fitted sheets I have literally have tags on the top and bottom on the like so the shorter sides.
Yeah.
Where it says head or foot on it.
Oh, okay. My
It's-
current sheets don't say that. I have
okay.
had ones that say that, but let's see. Oh, okay.
Okay, it looks like 60 by 8. A queen bed is 60 by 8.
Oh, okay. So that's actually not too far off.
So
from
that's
a
like
square.
4-3, right?
That's like, yeah, that's like reasonable.
Or I guess 3-4, I guess.
Okay, you can make it a square. I don't see why not. Yeah, actually, I will say I have also had fitted sheets that on the shorter end say top or bottom.
Yeah, which one?
I mean, frankly, fitted sheet, it's none of your business. Also, you'll probably find out.
Well, isn't the sheet going to be the bottom? Haha. It's
That's
under
true.
you, at least.
Yeah, that's true. I thought it was asking.
Oh.
Like I said, it'll find out though. If it's my, I'm just saying.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
going to discover the answer. Being self-conscious about your sheet seeing you actually you take them off.
Oh my god. Oh, well, now your mattress is
No,
watching you.
true. That's true.
Having
that's true.
sex in a completely empty room. So that there's no objects that can watch you.
That's true.
That sounds really normal.
Yeah, well, I am famously normal.
Normal mode. Regular style. Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't know about that, we're normal mode.
We're regular style. Yeah.
It's true. We've been saying this.
We have been saying this.
You probably believe it. It's true. Also, if you've ever wondered, are we just like this for the podcast? No, we're just like this.
It's true.
This is like an accurate simulation of hanging out with us.
The Amy Beth experience.
Mm-hmm.
Our new
It's true.
band, no. I would
mean,
come up with a better band name
I'm not
than
saying
that.
I wouldn't start a band, but I wouldn't call it.
All right. Next idea.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Beth idea. This one's like a
Don't
really
do this
bad.
one. Well, also, you probably don't have the capability to do it, but
But if you do, please don't.
do it.
Okay, so the thought was like, sometimes people will like get high and feel like it's lasting forever. So I was thinking, okay, but what if you actually wanted to make someone high for, let's say as long as possible at least.
Yeah.
And so my idea was basically someone who uses like CRISPR or like retroviruses to insert a segment of DNA coding like the synthesis of THC, because the generally animal nervous systems produce what are called endogenous cannabinoids, which are used for various kinds of
You want to explain
neural
those fancy
signaling.
terms?
Endogenous means like it's sort of native to you inside of your
Yeah.
body, essentially.
Yeah.
And cannabinoid means it's kind of like stuff in cannabis.
It's like weed.
Yeah, that's why weed has
That
a
stuff.
is psychoactive, because basically the receptors can also take up stuff like THC.
Oh, also speaking of, I've recently learned that lobsters can get high.
Yeah, we were talking to someone who I guess works testing like weed potency.
Yeah.
And apparently one way you can do that is by getting lobsters in a tank high.
Yeah. That's a fun fact.
So yeah, but because of that, I was trying to do research on like actually what animals can you get high.
A
Because
lot of them.
I remember years ago seeing stuff about a study where they got spiders high on various drugs, and then there were pictures of like what happened to their webs.
Yeah, which is pretty interesting, honestly.
So I was like, oh, you can get lobsters and spiders high. You can get humans high.
Whoa, wait, really?
You can get dogs high. My friend's dog ate
Oh.
an edible off of the
And then
ground.
like ascended to another plane of existence.
Yeah, it turns
for
out when
a
dogs
bit.
get high, they might just lie on the couch staring straight ahead
Yeah.
and not moving or making
Yeah.
any noises for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Which, in fairness, is kind of
A
like what
human might
happens
do
to
that,
some
be
humans.
honest. A human might do.
So I was like, oh, well, basically this is invertebrates and invertebrates, so this must be quite a deep thing in time.
Yeah.
Like, this is a pretty basal thing in animal taxonomy.
Yeah.
If that variety of animals can get high on
That's
weed.
fair. So
So-
you looked into it a bit, right?
Yeah, basically it seems like the systems that endogenous cannabinoids go back to like it was around the Cambrian, I think, and they were like,
Wow.
or maybe it was before, but it was like over 500 million years ago, I think, when basically some kind of worm.
Were you making a joke about going back in time?
Yeah, I was saying I'm gonna go back in time and make the first worm that can get high smoke ever smoke weed. What will that do? Who fucking knows?
Unclear. We don't know.
Yeah, but the idea was specifically to try to make something target your neural cells, because a lot of the psychoactive effects of, well, I was going to say of weed, but of drugs in general are, in the brain when it reaches the brain.
Wow.
And some drugs actually have a very different effect depending on where you take it in,
Yeah.
because of there's like a blood-brain barrier where some stuff that can
Can get
mostly
through some-
circulate in your
right,
blood
some can't.
specifically can't make it to your brain.
Yeah.
Via, circulation in your blood, which is usually how drugs get spread through your body.
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes it's more indirect, like you eat something and then it gets taken up by your stomach and then it gets into your blood.
Right, and
gets
sometimes
circulated.
it gets metabolized, and then the metabolized
Yes, yeah,
version
yeah.
is what.
Actually does something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you swallow the precursor basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and then you basically get your neural cells to start just producing THC. By the way, I didn't actually look into if specifically THC can be produced by animal cells, but
Yeah.
it's obviously can be produced by plant cells, and
Wait, really?
animal cells can produce other cannabinoids. So I don't know, probably you could probably figure
Well,
it out.
what
I don't
about
know.
like decarboxylation?
Oh yeah, good point. Well, I think the decarboxylation might to basically produce the THC.
Yeah.
So, if you're just directly producing THC,
Right.
I don't think you need that.
Well, my question is, can plants directly produce
Oh wait,
THC?
you might be right. Maybe they can't actually, because you do have to decarboxylate it.
If you're not familiar with what we're talking about, basically with weed, you have to do something called decarboxylation for it to actually get you high, which basically just needs a certain amount of heat.
So if you just smoke weed, that'll do it.
Yeah, the heat from, guess what, the fire
Yeah.
will do it.
But generally when people are making homemade edibles, they'll often basically make weed butter that they can then incorporate into brownies and
Right,
cookies
but you
and
have
stuff.
to decarboxylate the
But
weed.
for
You
that to
basically
actually
just
get you
bake
high,
it.
you basically have to put it on a baking sheet. I don't remember the temperature. It'd be funny if it was 420, but it's definitely way lower
I
than
don't
that.
think it is.
I think it would burn if you had it at 400 something.
Probably. But yeah, before you get baked,
Yeah,
guess what?
the weed gets
must
baked
be
first.
baked first.
Weed gets baked first.
Yeah.
Okay, it removes a carboxyl group.
Oh, I mean,
That
that's
makes sense, yeah.
logical. Oh yeah, actually.
Okay. Sorry, scroll up. It said something about... Oh, okay, so cannabis plant actually has THCA, and you have to turn it into THC with decarbing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so let's see. So it's around 200 to 245
Yeah, okay.
Fahrenheit. So you're
Yeah,
saying it's fairly
that's what I thought.
low.
Okay, yeah, it says that if anything above 300 Fahrenheit will burn off stuff that you don't want to.
Let's see, 110 to 130 Celsius for the Celsius enjoyers. Also, just side note, I will say in general the metric system is better, but if you're like, oh, Celsius though is so much more logical than Fahrenheit, it's like not really.
Not really.
They're both pretty hard.
They just kind of pegged like 0 and 100 to randomly chosen things.
Yeah, exactly.
More or less.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know. They're both a little arbitrary. It's
Like,
fine.
yeah, admittedly, Fahrenheit, they were a little off.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, Fahrenheit 100 is supposed to be human body
But
temp.
it's not.
But then they were like, human body temp is more like 98.6.
98.6. Synchronicity.
Yeah.
It happens.
Sometimes, we're twins. Sometimes we do that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like some people for some reason think twins saying things at the same time is very spooky and scary.
It's like, no, we just said some words. It's not that spooky and scary. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
Some
fine.
people get spooked way too easily.
It's true.
I was watching a video about something where someone just posted a picture of a girl's face and a date, and then some people thought it was an ARG and spread it around. And then some other people, for some reason, started receiving it as like analog horror or something. And I'm like, what? Why are you scared? It's literally just a picture of a girl and a date written down.
Yeah.
And then
Scary.
there are some like random snippets from numbers stations as audio. That's the only thing that I could see actually being scary.
Okay, I see. That's kind of silly.
But I'm like, okay, wow, it's really easy to scare some of you
Some
bitches.
of you bitches. Yeah. Some of you bitches, maybe a little bit cowardly.
It's true. Oh yeah, no offense to my friend who I will not name, who in some ways I consider to perhaps be a bit of a wimp.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, when I had a pet snake and I was like, okay, I have to feed the snake some frozen mice, the friend would always be like, no, not the mice, no, little guys.
They're
no.
already
And
dead.
they're already dead. They were literally only brought into existence to be frozen and sold as snake food. Which, if you think that's fucked up, fair enough.
But
It's not
it is
really.
what it
It's not
is.
really any worse than what we do for human food,
That's
though.
true.
Like objectively, that's about as fucked up as buying a frozen chicken for you to eat. I would say.
Yeah. Well, and if anything, it's maybe a little better because the snakes have to eat.
That's true, right?
Something
the snakes,
like that.
you can't give them like a vegan
they're
meat
carnivores,
substitute.
right?
As far as I know, for like a corn snake, like what we used to have, you can maybe feed them like really small frogs or birds, I guess. But generally, they're gonna just eat small rodents.
Yeah,
that's
that's
their
what
expected
they like.
diet. They're
Yep.
happy to eat those.
Yep. Anyway, I'm going to go on to the next idea. Okay, so it's basically cursing my enemy so that they feel like they need to sneeze, but then they just can't quite actually sneeze. Like, they're on the verge of sneezing, but the sneeze never comes out.
It's a good curse because it's cruel,
Yeah.
but not too cruel.
And if you've never experienced this, it's like profoundly unsatisfying and kind of frustrating.
Edging.
No, it is honestly a little like edging. Like, I'm not saying sneezing is exactly like coming, but it's a little bit like coming.
You can kind of see the parallels.
Yeah.
Your body sort of spasms and suddenly ejects this mucus from an orifice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I always think about a medication. I forget what the name was, but where a rare side effect of it was that when you yawned, you would like orgasm.
Oh my god. Okay, I think I know some people. I know some girls who are way too easy to take that. Haha.
Haha. Or like maybe they'd be
Accidentally, you're sleepy and then you're accidentally gooning because you keep yawning.
finding the most boring guy at the party.
Oh yeah, getting off to a really boring guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think some straight women are like that for real.
Haha. Yeah. Straight guy boyfriend who wants to go on about World War II even though literally no one wants to hear him.
I have been trapped in a room with this guy
This
and a bunch of
exact
people
fellow.
who obviously were getting bored with this guy talking about like the guns used in the European theater, like because like I don't think anyone there was particularly into guns or military history. Literally no one, but this guy.
He didn't care.
This bisexual woman's boyfriend, I guess, could not or did not read the fucking room.
Yeah.
No offense to some bisexual women out there, but it's amazing how sometimes you find, like,
The
not
worst-
just straight boyfriends,
the worst
but like
straight guy.
straight guys who are like the worst.
Yeah, it's a little bit true. Like, bi women either date like some cool queer women or the worst straight men you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, I know some.
There are exceptions to this, but it's a little. It's a little. Yeah. Oh, also, I will say, putting that out there, your opinion may vary. I don't like getting info dumped too mostly. Okay. Some of the autistic bitches are big into it, but I'm like, can you like check that I actually care about this subject before you tell me a bunch of fucking information that's totally irrelevant to the current situation?
Because to be clear, there are fields where I'm fine with getting a bunch of info dumped on me
Yeah.
about it because it's something that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
But I'm not inherently interested in everything that everyone else is interested
Yeah.
in because that would I mean, I don't, that's just unreasonable to expect, frankly. And it's like, I like to know about the things that are sort of within realms I like to know about. Like, I like to have a basic understanding of, like,
The world?
the world,
Yeah.
and, like, how the world got into the state it's in
Yeah,
now,
yeah. I
etc.
mean, I am generally
That
a
stuff I'm just
reasonably
generally,
curious
or like,
person.
you know, sort of how humans think and behave, or I like to know about some creatures. Oh my god, creatures.
Right, but sometimes the infidel thing is about something that will never be useful, right? Like someone telling you about their OC.
Yeah, or
This will never be useful in understanding the world, right?
or yeah, or like for
Basically.
example, I don't think they listen to the podcast, so I'm just gonna say someone I used to hang out with insisted on telling me a lot of stuff about the lore for the mobile game Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest,
This
it
is not
really hasn't come up in
useful,
life.
yeah.
You know, people in math class in high school, they're like, why are we learning this? When is this going to be applicable to anything?
This is what I say when people info dump me. Okay. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll go on about subjects I'm interested in sometimes. Parentheses, I'm normal, though. I'm normal.
Yeah. But like, you know, I think maybe the mistake the person was making in this case is like, oh, you like some video game lore, so you'll like
Yeah,
this.
right. And that's like, well, not necessarily.
And I'm
right?
like,
you can't assume
no
that.
offense to the Genshin Impact enjoyers, but from what I've seen of the lore, it
Not that
seems like
interesting.
fairly generic, really.
Yeah. You like fucked up video game lore that's kind of like actual real world religions. And
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
right?
got to be like the ideal video game lore was written by a strange man who has a degree in creative writing and another degree in comparative
Man, it's
religion.
okay. You could just say his name.
Michael Kirkbride. He seems like a weird guy, but
Yeah.
he sure did write some interesting lore for the Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
games.
Though I gotta be honest, I feel like we're at a point in the history of the Elder Scrolls franchise where we're not gonna get much more interesting. Really, kind of.
I'm not even
Don't
sure we're
care
going to
about
get
that.
more Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
franchise
Elder
at this
Scrolls
point.
6,
When
Todd was like IDK. I mean,
Todd was-
probably eventually.
Todd was
we'll
like,
make it.
remember when we released a teaser trailer
That was
like 10
fake,
years ago?
okay.
We hadn't actually worked on the game at all. Pretend we didn't do that. We haven't even started on it yet.
I was like, oh,
God
man.
fucking damn it, Todd. Todd, what the fuck?
Todd, no offense. Well, actually, sorry, full offense, Todd. Fuck you, Todd. Oh my god.
And then also he was like glazing the new NVIDIA DLSS stuff that's just generative AI.
Oh, the Yossification LLM.
Well, it's not a large language model.
Yeah, well, okay, that's fair. The Yossification GP.
All right, sure, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
What did GPT actually stand for? I don't actually remember.
General. Let's see. I'm pretty sure the T's former.
Generative
pre-trained
transformer. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
That does make sense.
It's
yeah.
all about transformers these days. Robots in disguise.
Oh my god.
Michael Bay, he saw this coming. What a visionary.
What if he's actually the best director? I'm kidding, but there are
But
people who
Amy,
would really say this.
Amy, he's got several movies in the Criterion collection.
I have several. No, I
No,
don't.
you don't.
That's not true.
Amy, you've never even worked on a movie.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that actually sounds like it would be cool. It maybe.
Yeah,
but
no, it actually would be.
It could be an interesting experience, but
Yeah.
you know, I would love if Amy got to score some kind of like 80s sci-fi horror throwback.
Oh yeah,
with her
yeah,
synth or
yeah.
something.
I've been playing a lot of stuff on the synth that's very sci-fi / horror atmospheric music
Yeah.
vibe. I do like that a lot, to be honest. And I'll just put this out there. This obviously isn't quite that, but the Twin Peaks soundtrack to me is.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Great job, Angelo.
Badalamenti.
Hell yeah.
Love that guy. I mean, he died actually, which is sad, but
I mean, David Lynch died too.
yeah, great work.
I
So
love Twin Peaks.
I sometimes had people be like, that shit, Amy, that's kind of Twin Peaks, and I take that as a high compliment
Hell yeah.
because I'm like, yes, this to me is peak.
I think that it's Twin Peaks.
Oh my god, it's Twin
What if
Peaks.
we were Twin Peak?
Oh my god.
Twin?
We might be.
We might be. We're definitely twin. We might
We're
be
definitely
peak.
twins. Oh yeah, I was saying the other day, I'm the Aphex twin, that's me.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that about you.
Mhm.
It's her, the Aphex twin. Now everyone knows.
Oh yeah, something we were talking about is, what if I just got really high and made an album?
I think you should do it. You
But
should
like
do it
the
sometime.
album is just completely improvised. I've prepared some weird ass synth patches to use with it. I'm just like talking and making weird noises over the weird synth patches.
Hell
I
yeah.
might do it. I might do it.
I honestly
it'd be
think you should
fun.
do it.
I don't know that. I think it might end up totally unlistenable, but nevertheless,
fine.
I think I should do it.
I don't think you should only produce music that is meant
Listenable.
to be
Yeah.
like palatable and pleasant.
Well, something that I've been enjoying in creative pursuits is just being like, I am doing this for fun. I don't care if it's good.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's
Yeah.
it's good to think about
Something
stuff
to be
like
said
that,
for that.
sometimes.
I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying.
yeah.
And I would encourage you to do that too.
Yeah.
I really would. I'm being totally sincere.
That's a
here. I would
sincere
encourage
bit.
that.
Yeah, that bit's sincere.
Yep. All right, you want to wrap it up? We're at that close to 40 minutes.
Let's do this one last idea because
Okay.
I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, let's go for
I
it.
kind of want to talk about it. Okay, so lately there's been a lot of prediction markets getting popular, advertising a lot, like Polymarket and Kalshi.
Yep.
So the idea is, sometimes like leftist or media analyzing YouTube video essayists will come out as trans.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's true.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Okay.
so like, for example, Philosophy Tube. Wait, what if ContraPoints came out as trans? That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
No, there's lots of other examples, of course. But some of them I wouldn't expect people to necessarily have heard of. So
Sure.
Anyway, but I promise there's lots of examples.
Yeah.
So the idea is you're basically doing a prediction market on, I'm putting this much money on this person coming out as trans in like 2026.
Yeah, okay. So I posted about this on Blue Sky. Some of the names that came up, BDG, not quite a video essayist, but there were a couple of people who were like, BDG.
You might want to say who
That's Brian David Gilbert, who makes, I guess, say music and silly little videos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mostly.
He used to work for Polygon.
Someone said, betting my entire mortgage on Scott the Woz going bankrupt. Scott the Woz makes videos about video games.
Did anyone say H-Bomber guy?
I don't think so.
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah. And I believe Beth's response to this post was Galshi.
That's right.
That's, of course, Kalshi, but about gals.
Yes, that's great.
And I will mention, Beth predicted Philosophy Tube well in advance. Though it turns out actually a lot of people did.
Yeah.
I don't think... There were a lot of reasons to be like,
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I think various people were like, based on face skin, it kind of looks like this person is an estrogen.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Well, and I can say, actually, I won't reveal my source, but she had been an SG for a while before coming out public. Because literally someone on Blue Sky who are mutuals with, who knows her message,
Oh, yeah.
and said,
Okay, yeah.
among other things.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Maybe she's got
I got
the
inside
goss.
information, yeah.
She's
yeah.
got the sources.
I got the hot goss. It's true, it's true. Anyway, okay, let's wrap it up. So this has been Shitpost Mortem, and oh my god, it's the credits.
Hosts Amy and Beth.
Editor Amy and maybe Beth. We'll see how she
I
helps.
did do like half the last
Yeah,
episode.
which I appreciate, because honestly, the editing is work. The recording is kind of fun. It doesn't feel like work. The editing feels like work.
We do so much like random bantering with each other anyway that it's
Yeah.
not that different from literally just whatever I'm
Talking.
hanging out near Amy, basically.
it's true.
And intro by Bruhisma. That's with a BRUX. Thanks, Izzy. That's our friend Izzy. Yay.
Yeah, thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Also, exciting news, we buy a house. That's cool.
We might buy a house in the area and have more
Exciting.
room. And the boy wife wants to get chickens.
So yeah, we'll see what happens.
This boy wife is desperate for cock. Haha.
Haha. Okay, bye.